Hello, everyone, and welcome to Peoria Fight Talk with Anshuman Reddy. Today, I have with as my guest the Sargent family and Amir Anthony Moore, an upcoming boxer. So, introduce yourself, Anthony.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Amir Moore, fighter from Peoria, Illinois, coming out of Joe's Peoria, Muay Thai, and I'm here with Ashima.
So, tell me about yourself.
First off, I'm 25. I weigh 180 at the moment, trying to go down to 175, and man, I'm trying to go pro. Trying to see what the road got ahead for me. Get into this amateur division right now, get the field back going, because I've been in it before, and see where we take us. What you want to know?
How did you first get started in regards to combat sports?
Sure, my grandpa, he had me in it since I was born, for real. I was putting boxing gloves on. Man, he had me at the gym with him. He was a professional. He had me at the gym with him. I'm training with him, flipping tires, hitting bags, running, like doing the full workouts. He had me in a whole bunch of sports, but, combat sports, like I was in karate, but I was hard-headed, so I didn't last long in there. And then I did wrestling for 13 years of grappling, and I did taekwondo as well. So, yeah, martial arts, that's... Huh? Yeah, football too. That's a contact sport. A lot of people done did football. As far as the martial arts though, and combat sports though, that's how I got into boxing. It was really my grandfather and grandma. They had me around it. I'm going to shows. When I was young, I actually fought this fighter Ramsey. He's professional now, and that's how I got started. I just was going to the shows with him, and this guy needed somebody to fight, or he wasn't going to be able to fight. And, they asked me because we was around the same weight, same age. And, I just jumped in the ring.
So tell us more about your family.
My grandparents, got my grandparents sitting right here behind me. My mom, she also was put in martial arts with my grandma and papa, and then both of my uncles as well. I got a good relationship with everybody, and I'm just really following in the footsteps.
So, what drives you in regards to boxing? Like, what's your motivation?
Really, man, I don't know. I want to have a name. I want to build my own name in it, and then on top of that, take care of my family here in the future. And also, I kind of want to see what's to these guys, in the pro division, in the amateur division. I want to go undefeated. And with that mentality, I feel like I can beat everybody, but, you don't know until you really step in that ring.
So as a person from a family of fighters, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you?
I really don't feel the pressure too much. I don't really feel pressure too much. I don't really get nervous. I don't get, a lot of weight on my shoulders. It's I was introduced at it at a young age, so you kind of get over that if you're doing something your whole life. You kind of just tend to, you find, if you like it, you're going to do it. So it ain't really no push, It ain't like you ain't forced to do it. It's more of like a calling, I say.
So tell us about your daily regimen in regards to boxing, your training.
As far as my training, man, you can ask my uncle, man. I'd be up training until 1 a.m, hitting on the bag, working on my jabs. Yeah. And that just be at the house. That's, a lot of people not doing that. And I think about it as, man, what the next person doing? What is my next opponent doing right now? Is they grinding this hard? And if they is, how do I grind harder? And then training with my papa, at the Peoria Muay Thai. And, we be getting good work in. I also be, I'm a maintenance man, so I stay burning calories a day. I stay moving and active and lifting and, climbing stairs and all that, man. That's good on the legs. Like, also, I be hitting the gym every day. So I do my running, I do my miles, I hit the ab machines, I'm doing box jumps. I'm just staying active, trying to stay athletic and be ready for my next opponent.
So, how many fights have you had so far?
I said Taekwondo, I've had 6 spars, undefeated. That's what they call it in fighting, and Taekwondo is sparring. I'm undefeated in that. And as far as the boxing, I probably won 1 match as a kid. The other 2, it was a decision to the other opponent. So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
unfortunate.
But I mean, it's what comes with it. You ain't gonna win everything unless you are already on your P's and Q's. Unless you being trained fully. You hitting the gym every day. You getting it in. It don't just come to you. You can't just wake up and be like, oh, I'm finna go beat everybody. It don't work like that.
So you trained in Taekwondo. Which gym did you train?
I was with Vera Harrison. She's a master, actually.
Oh.
And yeah, she trained me.
So where exactly does she have her gym?
Well, she's out now. It used to be off of War Memorial.
Oh.
In a little plaza over there. Yeah. It's off of War Memorial. Yeah. She used to be over there.
Is she just still teaching classes or no?
Nah. She done. She's been done for some years now. I wish she was, because that's where I'd be right now. Honestly, I love martial arts. I want to get back into it. And, I got a lot of experience using my full body, so.
So, besides your grandfather, are there any other champions in your family? I apologize for making you ask this question.
No, you good. No. I mean, my uncles and my mom, they black belts, karate and stuff like that, but
that's still very impressive. Because to getting a black belt takes dedication, years of discipline, and perseverance.
Right.
So, you mentioned somebody you knew named Ramsey's gone professional.
Yeah. I can't even think of his last name. But yeah, his name Ramsey, he's a junior. He went professional. I seen he had 2 fights so far. That's the route I'm trying to go, professional. And I know they've been in it their whole life, so yeah, that's all I can really tell you though.
So, besides him, do you have quite a few friends? Do you have friends in the martial arts, combat sports world, or no?
No, not at the moment.
So yeah, it's amazing if you just throw a rock around here in Peoria, you're going to find some talented combat sports practitioner.
Yeah.
Like we have KOK Boxing, Combat Academy, Peoria Athletic Club, Peoria Muay Thai, Su Kim, and many others. It's really extraordinary.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I would love for it to grow. I would love for people to take more recognition into the sport, You got all these other cities, and they doing it big, I would love for us to get some events here or something. One of us make it out, we go professional, we can build something here, allowing them to host fights here. I would love to fight in my city. That's a great feeling. And my papa, he hosted shows back in the day when I was younger, and he brought some professional fighters out, and it was fun. He stayed in the newspaper a lot, so.
So tell us about your upcoming fight.
Actually, right now we're trying to work on a fight. I was supposed to fight here last Saturday, but unfortunately I had a funeral and passing.
Oh.
And so it's just we had stuff going on, but now we're moving forward. We're trying to get on it, figure out what next event's going on. Maybe we can get some here in August, here near end of August, probably. But I mean, if not, next month after that would be good. September the 12th is one date that we're looking at right now. And Galesburg, so,
Oh, is it the Golden Globes?
No. Just a regular show.
Oh, so what exactly are the next Golden Globes?
Not till March.
Next March. So I got plenty of time to get prepared for that.
So you are going to compete in them?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Sure. I want to compete in everything, honestly.
If I
can get a call in the Olympics, I'll do it.
I believe you would. So, what are your favorite tactics in regards to when you fight?
I don't know. Really, is just use that jab. Use that jab to do everything. That's your starter.
I get that makes sense. The jab is not just to throw, but also a disengager and a reaction checker in regards to what your opponent will do.
And it measures your distance as well as from your opponent. That's really what start everything. You can block their face, hit them in the body, doing what you got to do, just using your ways.
Because in some ways, not only that, jab's also good for setting up like crosses, hooks, like whatever comes next.
Right.
Because when the torque of your body is like it's almost like a dance, because you shift your shoulders and your hips and your waist, you weight and you distribute your weight. Like combat sports is a lot like dance.
Yeah, it is. It's you gotta find rhythm, find your flow, get your tempo going. It's just like it's an art. Feet movement. You gotta stay moving. You stay on your toes. You gotta know when to switch your style because you can't always go into a fight with one style and trying to figure out. You gotta. It's just like in the moment thinking. It's a lot of in the moment thinking. You got to do a lot of shifting around and moving around inside the ring. So that's where you find it. That's where the dancing comes from. You find the dancing, like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he stayed on his toes, shuffling, moving. Like, yeah.
So, in regards to when you were outside of your family, who was a boxer you really admired when you were growing up?
Outside of my family,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, probably Floyd Mayweather.
Why do you admire him?
I mean, undefeated, #1 boxer, great defense. You got to think about it. He was a stunt man. Like he was in everybody's face, And how could you not watch it? He's winning. On top of that, it's not easy to take on all of the opponents, and switch up your style right in the mid fight, unless it comes to you naturally. And he had great trainers, people above him, like his uncle, his dad, so he had a lot of experience to really look at. And then on top of that, he's got a lot of experience himself. So, and he's not the only fighter that people watch.
Oh, really? So his family were boxers?
Yeah.
Wow.
His uncle and his dad, at least what I know of, and I'm not sure about anybody else, but
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is so. I guess you and him have something in common. You both come from boxing families.
Yeah. Yep. Had a cousin as well. He fought Mike Tyson, but that fight didn't last too long. But
really,
yeah.
I think your grandpa mentioned he fought Mike Tyson also.
Yeah, he did.
That's just crazy.
My grandpa, he done sparred with Muhammad Ali. He done been in the ring with them. Not real fight, but sparring. When you sparring professionals like that, y'all don't really hold nothing back for real.
A lot of people because of how your grandparents' roles as officials, you had access to the boxing world in ways most people don't.
Yeah, I used to sit right there under the ring. I'm right there under the ring. People getting knocked down, coming out the ring, almost falling on me and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I done seen a lot. Knockouts, stoppages, regular fights. I done sat there and watched it. A lot of people will look at it like it's boring if you ain't getting knocked out, but it's really a style, man. You keep them in the defense off you. It's like you jump in the ring and see how it is. You call it boring after that, It's gonna be boring if you got two good fighters, or if you got one good fighter who's just, good at defense, he's keeping them off, That's just what comes with it.
That you are right, because back when I went to Thailand last year, no, wait, the year before last year, I got to see a bunch of Muay Thai fights. Like some of the fights, you could tell that how people were skilled based on how much they would last. It was only the last fight where we found a knockout, but that is true. But that is you made me think about that. A lot of people come to fights expecting a knockout, and then they get bored, especially like non combat sports practitioners. I mean, I don't know. It's just like seeing people getting the lights knocked out of them. It's some sort of cathartic or some funny moment in their heads.
The excitement, a little rage rush or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. It comes with it, but it's really them shots you don't see. It ain't always really about power shots. You could have a strong dude in the ring, and if he can't hit you with something you don't see coming, you might not fall. You probably prepare yourself for a good strong shot, good strong hook or something like that. But it's really what comes with the speed and the counter, and counters really get a lot of knockouts as well because it's them shots that you don't see. It's those quick ones.
Now, I know I was going to say something. Ah, yes. So I think what happened in regards to knockouts is that it's not a thing out of the moment; it's a build-up.
Right.
Whether you wear down your opponent and whether and you get to know what their weakness is, or you actually get them at the right moment.
Right.
So, tell us about. I know. So, but you've mentioned your daily routine. What else? What else should we talk about?
You can ask anything.
So, who are the up and coming fighters in the boxing game do you think deserve attention and spotlight? Well, besides you.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know right now. I ain't really been looking at the amateur world as far as boxing fighters go. I've done my research, but I ain't remembering their names. I don't sit there and watch their fights, but I probably watch one fight, going to the next fight. I do a lot of research on boxing, so I watch a lot of fights. But, it's more professional than the amateur road, With the amateurs, I don't know, professionals, they pull the art out in boxing.
Oh.
You get a lot of amateur fights, they just come out, they swinging, they trying to get punches. You got to get hits on the other opponent. But when you go professional, it's more of a, let me work my way around this. Let me see where I can throw my shots at. Let me set it up, because it's a lot about setting it up as well.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, besides, so through your family's connections, have you met any professional fighters in person? Take your time.
Hey, we met any professional? No, I ain't met a professional fighter.
You met none?
Besides you, no,
Jose?
Brooke.
Met your cousin Jose, you been on
Yeah.
State.
I had, like I said, my cousin Jose.
Oh, he's professional?
He used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, like
It was back in the day.
So tell me about him. Oh, right.
And then
So what? So he fought professionally. So can you tell me more about him?
He can. He said, tell him more about him.
William Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, he fought Pinkerton Thomas, Craig Page. He was just one. He was rated number 3 in the state as an amateur, and because he almost went to the Olympics, and then he fought the pros. He went undefeated until he ran into, I think it was Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, he was undefeated until he ran to Mike Tyson.
He started out like 13 knockouts in a row, all first round knockouts.
Oh.
Yeah, he was really good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess combat sports really does run in the family.
Yeah.
So, what drives you as a boxer? Or have I asked this question?
Yeah. But like I said, family, just the motivation to grind, get a name, for myself.
So, if you could fight a boxer currently, who would you fight?
Professional?
Anybody. Professional, amateur, anything.
Right now, probably David Benavidez. If I prepare myself, took time to train, that we in the same weight class. We're in the same weight class. He's a professional. He's a champion right now. That's a fight I would love. I would want that to happen in the future, And it ain't gonna be easy to get up there, but unless I'm knocking everybody out, I could work my way up there. They got to be calling my name for that to happen. Put the right numbers up, But I got a way to go for that fight, But it is something that I thought about. I researched them. I watched his fights. Like.
So tell me more about him.
He's just light heavyweight champion, and professional. I can't really tell you too much about him. I don't know too much about him, but he's a fighter.
What makes you want to fight them then?
Same weight class.
Oh,
Yeah, he's same weight class. He's a champion right now. He's the holder of the belts right now in that
Yeah,
division.
what you want?
Yeah, exactly.
so what weight are you?
I'm light heavyweight right now.
Oh, light heavyweight.
Yep. 175.
The average is 178 the highest.
Yep. So that's I'm a light heavyweight right now.
That is based on fighting category. It's the only time you can ever ask somebody, "What weight are you?" Usually, that's considered rude in most society.
And
if you ask a lady, that's also one way to get to a slap.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. Look at you crazy.
You can ask the shame, will tell you right now.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. So it's actually interesting that there's so many forms of boxing, like the American style, Soviet style. I think there's a Cuban style, and it's interesting. Have you studied any of them or looked at any videos?
Basically comes down to that spot, look for that opening.
Yeah, you're looking for the opening, but I really ain't studied no other, type of fight like styles. I know I'm a southpaw, you got your Philly shells and stuff like that. A lot of people tend to be in that type of stance, and you protecting your body and your head, and your shoulders protecting your face on the other side as well. Like you got your orthodox fighters, it's a regular stance. Not sure of the fighting style for everybody, but yeah, I tend to mix it up. Mexican style boxing, actually. I looked into that, or I just really see how the Mexicans be fighting. They stay up here protecting your head and they'll walk you down. That's the type of fighting style I like, But also, I can switch it in to a different gear, I'm going regular standard, I'm going the Philly shell as well. Just depending on the type of moment, you gotta adjust because you don't really have one style.
So, as a southpaw, do you feel like you're at a disadvantage or an advantage? Because
I'm at an advantage. I'm fighting backwards. A lot of people don't like southpaw fighters. Even when I was sparring, a guy told me, he said, "Man, I hate the way you fight," but it throws them off. It's like a mirror.
So, are you left-handed naturally, or is that how you prefer to fight?
Say I can use both hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, yeah. I can use both hands, I can switch into an orthodox style as well if I needed to,
That is very handy.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is when you gotta switch up. And like I said, you can't stay in one style. Once you gotta adjust. It's all about adjustment.
That is extraordinary. Like that's a rare gift not many people have. Like I'm very right-handed in everything I do.
Right.
So
it's just natural. It come natural. It's something you work on coming up. But like I said, I was in a lot of combat sports and a lot of physical. So you got to switch things up. You learn to adjust right there in a moment. Quick thinking.
So do you consider Floyd Mayweather the GOAT?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who would you consider a close contender?
The greatest of all time, you got Muhammad Ali. I mean, you got Mike Tyson. He might have lost a few in his days, but at the end of the day, it's all about how he is a dog. I mean,
I know we've talked about this before. I was not at all happy with the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight at all.
Yeah, Yeah. It was rigged.
I knew
It
it.
was rigged,
I
and
knew
everybody
it.
knew it was rigged.
Let's be honest about something. Prime Mike Tyson would have ripped his head off and thrown it into the.
That Mike Tyson would have ripped his head off. I mean, he had to slow down when he was hitting him with punches. You go back and watch that fight, anybody could see that. Just Stevie Wonder could see that, you know.
So yeah, it was great watching Jake Paul being humbled.
Yeah, by Anthony Joshua.
So what is Anthony Joshua's like? Is he like how many fights does he have? Is he,
I don't know. He a UK fighter, so I don't really know too much about him. I mean, everybody really started researching him. I mean, he's been a professional fighter. He's been a known name. I didn't really know too much about him until after that fight, you know, after he broke his jaw.
so that's interesting. He's a fighter that should be looked out for. I mean, for one thing, he didn't take the fall.
Yeah, he's a world champion, I think, right now.
So
They
out of,
bought
cu-
his
out,
money back.
out of curiosity, like the whole thing about boxing fights being rigged, how did that all start? Or
Money.
Ugh.
It's money.
It's
Everybody
like everything else.
want to see something, you know.
Yeah.
It's all about money and what the other person gonna offer you to make themselves look better, you know, make themselves look good.
That was back in the days. Not anymore.
Yeah, this ain't new.
I-
Ain't nothing new, dude. We just picking up what they put down.
that sounds.
You're asking about Anthony Joshua, who's got 33 wins, 4 losses.
33 wins and 4 losses.
Yeah, I think he is someone that should be looked for.
Most by knockout, too, I think.
Hmm. So I know the UK does have some interesting fighters. Like I think the heavyweight champion for a while was Tyson Fury. I don't know if he's been overthrown yet, or who is the current? Is he still the heavyweight champion? I'm not sure.
I know Usyk. Alexander Usyk took his belt.
Oh, where's he from?
Yeah. UK as well. Or Russia, I think so.
Oh,
I think he's from Russia.
I think the guy before Tyson Fury was from Russia, or was he Ukrainian?
No, Ukrainian.
Yeah, I thought Walter
He's
something.
British.
No, the guy before him.
Alexander Usyk.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He's from Ukraine. Yep. And then yeah, I don't know. I was in that weight division, I'd say months ago.
Oh,
And yeah, I dropped all that weight and I just got down to light heavyweight.
so dropped weight isn't lost muscle mass or lost.
No. Losing muscle mass ain't healthy for you. You gotta lose that fat.
Okay, just
You
making
lose
sure.
that fat and you make sure you're eating good. You know, I mean, you can still eat the same stuff, but it's just about portioning it out. And you know, I drink a lot of water. I did switch up my diet to like seafood and salads and fruit. You know,
That's
stuff
healthy.
like that. And it helped me drop the weight tremendously, honestly.
So wait, quick question. So when people get into the heavyweight division, is it purely because of muscle build or muscle build and fat?
Probably turning that fat into muscle build. Honestly, them some big dudes. You know, you got a lot of big stomach dudes, but they naturally
They
big.
don't want to lose the weight.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes because I've always been confused about that.
So if you can handle it, you're gonna fight in that weight class.
Because I guess it's based on how much weight. The weight classes are based on how much muscle mass you have.
You never want to be the same weight you have. Drop,
Yeah.
come out.
Muscle
Put it
mass.
in the box and-
I was always curious about that because I wasn't sure.
Way underneath it, come in there.
Because when you look at Muhammad Ali, he was lean and muscular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could, of course, that he had to be lean to dance around his opponents.
That's right.
Stay on his toes.
He did, though.
So
Yeah.
So this is going to be okay. I'm going to really talk smoke about this.
Mhm.
In his current condition, could you beat Mike Tyson?
He's just aggressive.
Right now, buddy.
Uh,
Right now, buddy.
Probably right now, yeah.
He still got that hunger.
In his current condition, yeah.
Well, still,
Yeah, heavyweight too, though.
that still wouldn't.
Sure.
I still like. Of course, you wouldn't. You would go 100% against him, would you?
Oh, I go 100% in training to get ready to go 100% against them.
So yeah, that's crazy that both your grandfather, and your cousin fought the same champion.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Wow, I knew.
Sparred, yeah.
I mean, that's just crazy. Like, again, like we have so many boxing legends around here. Like not just your grandfather, but like Kelly O'Keefe, Sue Kim, all sorts of.
Yeah, martial arts. They do martial arts. Yeah, it's a small world, but it's a big one. I'll tell you that.
Like Peoria has so many amazing stories to tell. So we're gonna shift the narrative a little bit. Joanne and Francis, could you come over and talk about your grandson a little bit? If I can get a chair for you if you want.
That's okay. I'm cool. I'll sit back in y'all. I'm cool right here. More comfortable here.
So Joanne, talk about your grandson.
Well, basically, he's basically lived with us practically his whole life. Because when he was born, his mom was working a lot, so he stayed with us. Everybody thought that he lived with us, but she really didn't. But he was always with us. When we went on vacation, Amir had to go on vacation. We went to boxing matches. Amir had to go to boxing matches because his mom was always working. So he was.
That actually reminds me of what my great grandparents used to take care of my dad and my uncle back when because my grandparents they actually lived in Nigeria for a little bit before they came to America, so they were taking care of them. So yeah. So Joanne, how did you become a boxing official?
Well, my boys started boxing when they were like 8 or 9 years old, and I used to go to the shows all the time. And at the time, Louis Reels was one of the head of officials there, and he told me one day, he goes, you come to all the boxing matches, you might as well be an official. So that's how I got started. It was through Louis Reels.
Oh,
But rest his soul. We love Louis. So actually, Louis Reels got me started.
oh wow. That is wow.
And he was right. I was always at because both our boys fought silver gloves. They started in silver gloves. Our oldest son, he won state championship in silver gloves, and our other son always got second place. And then when they got to the golden gloves, my second son, Joseph Sargent, he won the golden gloves, and his brother got second place.
Oh wow! Oh, so both of them compete. What exactly is the silver gloves?
Yeah, silver gloves is anything 15, 16 under.
Oh,
yeah, it depends on when their birth date is. But, and golden gloves usually starts at 16.
Yeah, both. So father and sons have both not only either won the state golden gloves, or they achieved a very high rank.
Yeah. My son Joseph, he won the golden gloves, and he got outstanding boxer. And he still has his fight on disc, and he plays it every once in a while.
Oh wow, that would be a very good memory to relive again and again.
Yeah, but when Joseph was little, Joseph could never win in the silver gloves because he would always run out of gas until he started playing football. And when he started playing football, those coaches make you run. Joseph hated running. But when he got into football, he had to run. And that's when he got really good in boxing.
So, Amir, do you like running?
Yeah.
Because
I find peace in it.
I'm going to be honest. As a combat sports practitioner, I am terrible at running, but I am trying to get better because I know in Thailand, the first thing they do in the morning at like 6 a.m. because the day gets hot, that they make them run for like a mile or something. And that, because the cardio is very important, especially in regards to running, because boxing movement is essentially similar to, use one leg and the other as balance, walking, akin to walking.
I just want to interrupt.
Yeah, I can run about 5 miles.
I just want to say too that I smile. You discredit yourself a little bit. I mean, I've been around the gym when you're sparring. I don't know much about Muay Thai, the way you guys work out and stuff. You look good to me. I mean, but you got skills too. It's just a different type of sport. But like you got aggressiveness too, where you do. When you train a lot, that's how it goes. It's all about aggressiveness on each side. You know, whatever sport you're in, it's all about aggressive. It's like baseball. You gotta be aggressive.
That's yeah, that makes perfect sense. So I have a question, Amir. Did you enjoy football?
Yeah, I love football.
He was great. in
Yeah,
football.
I was-
JFL.
I was the fastest one, even out of the varsity teams, like above us, like in JFL. Like I was a hard hitter as well. Like, and then I started wide receiver. You know,
Wow.
played football all the way up till high school, and then
Which school did you go to?
I went to Peoria Heights, and then I went to Central.
Oh,
And my grades started slipping, so you know, playtime started going down, and yeah.
oh. So what did you learn? What do you incorporate stuff you learned from football into your boxing?
As far as you know, stamina, speed, keeping up, you know, getting right back to it, you know, because sometimes you do no huddle. You know, you come right out of a play, you get right back on the line. You got to push another play. You know, you're running out of time. You're down. You need 1 point to score. You know, one touchdown to score. You know, that's really what I gained from football, stamina. You know, keeping up. But that's also like with wrestling. I got relaxation. You know, you being in your stands, you moving around. You know, they used to call me Spider Monkey. I was quick. You know, I get around. So like, yeah.
So that's wow. So so are there any teams in football you like? I know.
Right now, honestly, I don't watch football. I ain't really like to. I love football, but I do not watch football
Truth be
unless
told,
it's like Super Bowl or something like that. You know.
truth be told, like, and this is from our very first Peoria Fight Talks interview we did with Francis. Like you, like I was never good at team sports because, like, usually it's hard for me to communicate and interact with the team. That's why I like combat sports better because it's just one on one. You don't have any distractions. You don't have anything to worry about.
You ain't gotta depend on nobody else neither.
That's true.
You ain't gotta depend on nobody else because when you're in that ring, it's just you.
Yeah.
It ain't your coach. It ain't the doctor. You know, it's you and the ref ain't fighting you. So
Yeah. Combat sports are good for kids who because sometimes you can be on a team and you can be a really good player, but you don't get picked to play. So
That's true. Very true.
you go show your athletic potential in a different sport, boxing, martial arts, anything like that, singular sport. That's really where you do good.
So, out of curiosity, one of my biggest weaknesses in regards to doing combat sports is using my peripheral vision and reaction time. How do you train that in your perspective?
Well, I also got reflex bags at the house. I got balls that I like. It's like a reflex ball as well. You put the strap on your head and you hit the ball. You know, I do a lot of that at the house. You know, reacting with the bag, swinging with the bag, going and drifting with the movement. You know, it's you set a lot of shots up doing that too as well. You know, you might be dancing, you might be rocking, swaying. Next thing you know, you set yourself up for the right body shot. You set yourself up for a nice jab to the head. You know, a quick punch that he might not see coming. So, yeah.
That does make sense because of my Asperger's syndrome, I'm not really the best at reaction time. And that's something I really need to work on. Personally, like what I like to do is like I get hit, but then I counter hard.
Right. Yeah, you know, counter shots.
Because one tactic I do when I'm timing with people is that I study their patterns. Because each people have a pattern. Eventually, you get to learn it.
Right.
Like, what do you do when you're like timing or like mock sparring with somebody?
Shadow boxing. You know,
I mean,
do a lot of shadow boxing. Go in the mirror, look at yourself.
I mean, like when you're like practice sparring against somebody, what do you like to do? I mean, to say.
I don't know. You work on a lot of different things, you know, when it comes to practice sparring. You know, the sparring, you ain't really got to focus on one thing when you're in there. You know, you can work on this time. You can work on this that time, defense and all that. You know, I really don't give out a lot of what I do in the gym, but you know, that's just where you get from sparring. You know, sparring really good because it's action right there, you know. I mean, it's good to hit the pads and all of that and hit the bag, but when you sparring, you know, your reaction got to be on point, or you're gonna get hit in the head, you're gonna get hit in the face, you know.
You have to keep your muscles loose.
You know?
You can't be tightened up. You have to kind of work out as much as often as you can. Stretch your muscles. All you got, when they say be first, that's what you got to be thinking, just like with your feet. When you had in the karate and Muay Thai and Taekwondo, you had to go to a different. You know, your feet are important to you too. You have to move your body around. You just can't stay still. There's no way you can be stationary in a combat sport like this. The knockouts come from just people not being aware or not being ready for it. You know, you have to be one step ahead of yourself.
And with me and Francis both being amateur judges, whatever, we can give him a lot of pointers on what the judges are looking for.
Oh,
When he's boxing, how you score the points, but you only got 3 rounds to
Do what you have to
do
do.
what you got to do. You can't wait to in amateurs. You can't wait till the last round to pick up the pace because you're only doing 3 rounds, so you got to be doing your best every round.
having an ex-judge and an ex-referee as coaches really, really helps.
Yeah, it does show you what to look for, keeps you ahead of the game, you know.
Showing you what the judges are looking for.
Plus, I done seen so many fights in person, man. It's just like you see what wins more over this type of fighting, you know.
I'm gonna be honest about you. You're the kind of thing like champions are made out of. Like you have a background, you actually saw fights since you were little, you experienced combat sports since you were young.
Yeah.
You actually have watched fights and you know what to do and what to train, and like you have the motivation. It's like those are all the recipes for a future legend.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to be at. That's exactly what I'm trying to be at. You know, just the path that was chosen at this point for me, you know, and you know, wish I could have done it sooner, but you know, I ain't gonna hope on the past. So I'm gonna just see what the future holds. Like I said, I'm still young, and I'm right now in my prime.
So if you tend to go pro, eventually one thing you will need to consider is sponsorships because
Yeah. And I mean, I definitely will consider sponsorships. You know, I hopefully can create my own style, you know, and just have somebody behind me, you know, promotions and, you know, getting me in, you know, sponsorship deals with, you know, Nike or stuff like that, you know, Adidas and stuff like that.
So we do, excuse me, but we do become more pro. You know, if he does get to go to that next level, we'll try to come to you. I might talk to you. Get that publicity going. We need that pull. You know, word of mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Put you up there too.
I mean,
if he becomes good in amateurs and gets to the Golden Gloves and make it to the nationals and sponsors will come.
Yeah.
That is actually very true. Also, plus, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this interview. Actually get the word about you before in advance. Because one of the reasons why we're doing this is because Peoria Fight Talks is that we believe that we at Peoria Life believe that Peoria has the potential to become a combat sports hub. Like it used to be, like you used to have fights here back in the days. Like
They did.
And I wonder what happened.
My oldest brother, he worked out with Sugar Ray Robinson. He worked out with a whole bunch of antique fighters that are in history now.
So was it the sibling who passed away? Or?
Well, not the last one, because he was in the service. But my oldest brother, James Sargent, he fought for the Blue Shadow in Peoria.
Oh.
He was a Golden Glove champion also. If he'd be living right now, he'd be like 96.
Okay,
97.
so Francis, besides you and your brother James, were there any other combat sports people?
Yes, sir. My brother Terry was a boxer. He boxed one time, and he beat a guy who was undefeated. And he never fought no more, just one time. My brother Earl, he fought along the
Well, you
military.
got a nephew, and
Yeah, my nephew.
you got a nephew in Oklahoma who did some boxing. He's a reservist in the army, but he does some boxing in Oklahoma. He did for a while. I think he's kind of slowed down on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But
my cousin will say, yeah, he was my inspiration, basically. Besides my brother. Because Jose, I got him basically because of him. A good friend of mine, Francis Gorilla. Good guy I know too. But yeah, but my brother, and my cousin Jose, he really helps me out a lot. I still work out with him every now and then. Whenever I see him, he still got the ability to do what he do. But he's not doing anything as far as competition goes.
Wow. I thought this family's history of combat sports is bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. Yeah, I just met both you and your grandson at the gym randomly, and I get hopped into this whole history.
Mhm.
Like, it's amazing who you'll meet around here, and like it really is extraordinary. So, folks, I think it's almost time to wrap. It's time to wrap out our interview. So, any final words, Amir?
Be looking for me. I'm coming. I'm coming for the pros. Coming for the little amateur division I gotta face before I get there. And it's Amir, man. Be looking out for me.
Thank you for watching Peoria Fight Talks. We hope to see you next time. Thank